Yo, it did it again. I think what I think is this. I think this camera is only on a recording for an hour and a half. Cause yesterday, no, not yesterday. A few days ago when I did this, it was 10 gigabyte. You know, one footage was 10 gigabyte. So I think every 10 gigabytes, the telephone shuts off, and then something else pops up. But anyway, I think it was an hour and 30 minutes, or was it the hour and 45 minutes? I'm not sure. I think it was an hour and 45. Damn, I didn't look good. I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, so it's, let me go back because I was talking about the. Let me read what I was just reading before the camera stopped. Now it says here, 2 Esdras chapter 3, verse 36. Thou shalt find that Israel by name had kept thy precepts, but not the heathen, right? Because these heathens ain't listening to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. They have all the truth and the articles and stuff like that. Like back in the days, they used to have these. Here in the Netherlands, for example, they used to wear the clothing, cover their heads, got long sleeves and stuff like that. And the feet and the rest of Europe, they used to do it. These Edomites, I'm talking about these Edomites. They used to do it. You have the house in the little prairie. In America, they used to do it too. But then slowly but surely, they start to give the females freedom. And what did they start doing? They start actually lifting up their skirt, shorter and shorter. So through the years, they actually start wearing less. And that's funny. It might look like you having a good time, but actually it's not a good thing, because what you're doing is committing adultery, and therefore you're killing yourself in your soul. Why? You're looking at her, she's with another man, right? Why are you looking at her? But why is she just like that? You see? So it's going to be a conflict. It's going to be a war in the mind, whether you do it or whether you don't. Through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, you shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Turn thy head from a beautiful woman. That's also in the scriptures. Right, because it says here, Psalms 119 and 104. It says, through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. So guess what? What is the word? What is the light? It's this word. That's why you have people walking up in the darkness in the daytime, not knowing what the hell is going on. Like I said, that's why they think that a boy can be a girl and a girl can be a boy. You in darkness. But the light is the scriptures, is teaching you like that's wrong. Because if you don't have this light, then you're going to go off. For example, you have all these children that are being raised up to be like unisex and stuff like that. Well, but you can't really 100% blame them if they actually grow up and start fighting against you. You know why? Who's been teaching them for decades? The first 10 years is, and actually the first 15 to 20 years is actually a very influential period of time in the mind of a child. Because if I think of myself when I was 20, I was very stupid. When I was 30, I was kind of okay. It started getting there. I start to be like, okay, I was really stupid when I was 20. Yeah, I was really stupid. But when you're 20, you think you're smart. But when you're older, you start looking at your younger self and be like, damn, I did that. You know how many dangers I put myself in, man? A lot of crazy fights, man. I was thinking to myself like, damn, I was fucking crazy, man. Because when you're young, you ain't scared, man. You do stuff, man. And then later on, you start thinking like, man, I don't want to put myself in that trouble. It's stupid. That's what happens when you start to get older. Like Lord willing, you start to get wiser, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of wisdom that you should be bringing them to the younger ones of our people. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because their guidance is school, and the school is not really going to teach them. You know why? They're teaching them how to paint their nails as a boy. They're teaching them how to do crazy stuff in school, man. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching them how to do some crazy stuff in the schools. They ain't really schools ain't really about that learning anymore. It's about tradition now. They got real stupid stuff in schools that they're teaching you. Like what is a child sex? What are you teaching my children sex? That's why we want that time to be sped up, so that all our people just blast up off out of Esau's system. Because we in the Esau system right now. So we in his world, and once that time comes, he's going to be in our world. It's going to be a shift of power, a translation of kingdoms. The one shall go into captivity and the other shall rule over that one. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. says so. Right, so it says here, 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse. All right, let me jump back to 15. Now it says here 15 and where was I? 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and of great tribulation. So what's going to come? Lack of bread, tribulation. A lot of hell is going to come upon the planet Earth. A lot of fightings, a lot of war. You're going to see a lot of tough men screaming like girls, because that's what you're seeing right now. Why? Because in the time of war, it's going to be a very, very dangerous time. People are not going to be playing around. You're going to have little tiny guys having weapons and stuff like that trying to kill you for some food. That's the time of war. And that's the time that we're coming in right now. Because here in the Netherlands, you ain't got no war. But if you go a little bit to the east, you're going to see some gruesome shit over there. I saw some videos of some, I think it was some Russian or Ukrainian soldiers or something like that. And they caught him and they tied him up and they was cutting his balls off, man, without no anesthesia, nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they tied his mouth so he can't scream. You know, I didn't even hear a peep because his mouth was so tied up, he couldn't even scream. He was moving around. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do shit. But he's a baller. He's a dickless dude right about now. He's dead, by the way. They killed him. These are the type of things that happens in war. You know, some people take trophies. They cut his balls off, man. Cut his balls off, man. I was actually laughing when I saw that shit. It's funny. I found it funny. You know, because Esau be killing each other. That's the funny part. You know, because I'm used to be not used to it, but I know that the cartels be doing shit to each other like that, and I was like, God damn, man, motherfuckers ain't got no love for each other. But now I see Esau doing it. So there comes one of the curses, which is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7, which shows you that the Most High is putting that anger and hate in the midst of them, man. You know, because that, like I said, is a time of war, and once that war come, ain't nobody gonna be having love for each other, because everybody gonna be thinking about them or their families. They're gonna be thinking about themselves. They're gonna be thinking about their families. You know, some people are selfish. They got families. They be like, fuck them too. I'm thinking about myself. They're gonna start killing people, because that's what happens in the time of war. When you're hungry, you're gonna do some things that you might not do if you had food. But if you pray, but if you in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like Elijah on an infinite tip. You might have like a 15 and crops of you know, corals of you know how small salt is, right? An individual or a sand thing, a coral thing, and then you might have 15 of those, right? As a crumbs of bread. You know what I'm saying? As small as a salt thing, or a sand thing, and you might eat one every day. 15 days. You might think, oh shit, got 15 days, but through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yashai, as he has shown in the First Kings chapter 17, those 15 will never run out. You know what I'm saying? Every day you wake up, it's gonna be 15 again. You'll be like, huh? I just ate 3 yesterday, 4, and I split it up with the other brothers. You know, and one little grain. That's what I'm looking for. One little grain of salt, like type, but then crumbs of bread. That's gonna fill up the whole belly. You're gonna be full for the whole day. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh, he's gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able. He's able to do it. Whether he do it to us, that's what we pray for. You know, because we're gonna be fed, man. Isaiah 65. It's gonna be a great day that day, because then comes the time when you get to rejoice that your name will be written in the book of life, in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, his book. You know what I'm saying? And just like how we talk about Malak Dawat today, they're going to be talking about us in the kingdom, the ones that made it through the fire that's coming, you know, which is that nuclear fire, World War III. And believe it or not, it's going to come. You know what I'm saying? Patiently, we're waiting for it, because we know it's around the corner, because the World War III has already started, but it's kind of covert, meaning it's behind the scenes. They're kind of fighting with each other. That's why they put sanctions up on each other. You know what sanctions mean? That's actually another way of saying I'm going to starve you to death. That's what a sanction is. That's a declaration of war. But like I said, you're not hurting the government, you're hurting the people. because it's the people that need the food. Putin is rich. He's wealthy. He ain't gonna feel nothing of the sanctions that you put on him. It's the common people. Those are the ones that are gonna starve to death because now they can't make business. Because I just heard that, not just heard. I heard that they are not selling vodka anymore from Russia. So who's that gonna hurt? Is that gonna hurt Putin? No, it's actually gonna hurt the people. So when, like I said, when they do their sanctions little thing, is these leaders aren't suffering. They're laughing at you. It's the people, the middle class. Those are the ones that have the stores. You see, the middle class, their incomes is above the hundreds, thousands, and stuff like that, and they're less middle class than average people. Or else you would have been seeing stores all over the place. Not everybody has a store. How many people you know that got stores? Not a lot of people. Unless you're in that business world yourself, then of course you're going to have a lot of people that have businesses because you need to make business with them. You need to make agreements with them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? To sell stuff, buy stuff, you need that. You know what I'm saying? But if you are, for example, the average man, the common man, you're not really going to know a lot of people that do those type of business things that have stores here and there and connections there and here in order for them to make that money. You know what I'm saying? You're not really going to have people like that. I don't know a lot of people like that because I'm not a business guy. Lord willing, I'm a scriptural dude and a spiritual man. A scriptural man and a spiritual man. You know? Y'all right this up. Right, so going on. Now it says here, 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 20. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reference me, which are from the rising of the sun, which is east, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. To who? To the Israelites. Like in the book of Zechariah chapter 14, it says that all that have fought against the nation of Jacob shall be burnt with that nuclear fire. Let me read that now. All that fought against them shall basically perish in that nuclear war. And who has fought against us? All the nations upon the planet Earth. In the book of Psalms 83, you can read about it, but that's just one, because the book of Jeremiah 48, Jeremiah 49, you're gonna see that Elam was there also, man, and the other nations, or the other nations of Ham. You know, Ham has different nations too. So Zechariah chapter 14, verse. Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh shall smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth. That looked like a nuclear missile to me. Why? Because there's no fire up on the planet Earth that can actually melt your eyes and melt your tongue while you stand. Let me read it again for you, because it says here, and this shall be, Zechariah 14 and 12, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Most High will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem, which are the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Indianos. As it says here, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Now, what thing will be able to consume your flesh while you stand upon the feet? Laser? A laser can do that, but a nuclear missile can do that even more. All right? Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So no more future. You can't see shit, and physically your eyes are gonna melt too. No more talking about the future. Your tongue is gonna melt away physically, and no more talking about the future. That also is gonna stop. Why? Because of that nuclear war. You know, and it's going to come, whether you believe it or not. A lot of people say like, oh, it's not gonna happen in our lifetime. I'm looking at you like, really? Don't you see what's really going on? Like I just told you, a sanction is a declaration of war, because what you're doing is you're starving people to death, and they're gonna get angry, because the book of Ezekiel 38 says that I will put fish hooks in their jaw. You know what that means? It means pain. That hurts. Have you ever had a fish hook? Have you ever had a wound and then somebody rub on it? Right. Well, that's the same thing that's gonna happen to Russia, and he's gonna protect Iran. which is his investment and stuff like that. Now let me see. Right, so that part is done. Now this is the book of let me see. 2nd Esdras 15, the rest, right? 2nd Esdras 15 and 21. So they're gonna fight against another in verse 20, right? 21 now. Well, it said, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also a recompense in their bosom, saith Yahweh the power. So let me read it again. It says here, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, which are the nation of Jacob, the people that also came out of Adam. Now you have everybody came from Adam through Noah, right? But also the chosen people came through Adam and Noah, right? Actually through Noah, well, to Adam and Noah, and then through Shem, and then through our foxes, Peleg, and the word Peleg means divided. In those days, the world was divided, and after that, eventually trickle on down came Eber, which is Ibad, which is nowadays called as Hebrew, and from Ibar came Abraham, and from Abraham came Isaac. From Isaac came Jacob, and from Jacob came the 12 sons of the nation of Jacob, and from there come we, right? Now, we up in these last days. Now the Lord has actually taken away the veil covering the eyes, starting with the Jacob descendants, and then the rest of the heathen nations upon the planet Earth. They're going to find out too, but they're going to find out unto their own destruction. And they're going to find out when it's too late, when they can't do anything anymore. If you were Edomite, there's no salvation for you anyway. So, Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18 shows you that. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16 shows you that. There's no repentance for an Edomite. So you can try all you want, you can cry all you want, you can have that good pussy all you want, and it ain't gonna happen. Why? And you can't pay off certain people. Certain people just don't take money. You can't pay them off. You'll have to deal with the Heavenly Father for that one. You can't pay them off. It don't matter. It don't matter how good you think you look. You might look extremely good. It don't matter. You're not gonna get away with it. Go hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. They're gonna be punished. No matter what they do. No matter what they think they do. Because the book of Ezekiel shows you that they will not take no money, nothing. Once their judgment comes, they're not gonna take money. These military men are not gonna take money. You can bribe them. That's what I'm looking for. Right. So going on. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 22. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. Innocent blood? Tuskegee syphilis experiment. Smallpox. All that there was innocent blood. Oh, Agent Orange from Vietnam. Was that innocent blood? Did they do anything to deserve that shit? Nah, man. These motherfuckers just went over there and bombarded them with gases and stuff like that. And it was not only Agent Orange. It was Agent Purple, Agent White, Agent Black, Agent Blue, and it was five different things. And they started from the 1960s and they ended in 1977. But the only thing that they mention is Agent Orange, because they want to minimize their criminal activity, just like a real criminal. If he does something, he's gonna, if he has a big part in the murder, what is he going to do? He's actually going to downplay his role in that murder and say like, no, it wasn't me, it was these guys, I was just there, they made me do everything. And then when the victim comes out, or maybe the victim is dead, but when the other ones come out and start snitching and tell him like what his role was, then he gonna be like, well, I'm saying, that shows you that they don't want to incriminate themselves in the wicked criminal activities that they're doing, which is rape, rob, murder, spraying chemicals on people, putting chemicals in the water, testing on you. If you check out this article, it's a documentary too, right? Now the CIA, they was actually putting LSD in the water and checking their reaction, what people would, what would happen to them, see what happens to them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was doing. You have to believe me. Look it up. But then again, what are you gonna do? The people are in darkness, in gross darkness. So even if they do know, they ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna give you another example of the fact that they can't do anything. Everybody talks about 9/11 as an inside job. Okay, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna stop them? Are you gonna arrest them? Jeffrey Epstein, his list, that list for the pedophile list, where is it? And if you have it, what are you gonna do with it? This guy named him calling himself Prince Andrew from England He was on that list. What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna stop? Are you gonna approach him and tell him like, hey man, I know you're on that list, man. I know you've been doing stuff. Are you gonna do that? You're not gonna do that. You know why? Because you're powerless. All they have to do is basically get your number. They got death note, like that book. They put your name and you're dead. That's what they can do. That's what these governments can do. You whistleblower. Oh, you want to talk? Death note. Before you know it, he's suicided with 3 gunshot wounds to the head, and everybody be like, "Oh, well, I don't know. I didn't know you can shoot yourself 3 times. Wow, you really had a reflection that day." That's exactly what they think. Why? That's exactly how they do things. They make it look like a suicide. Everybody knows it's not a suicide, but he was a whistleblower. So everybody expected, everybody knows. But what are you going to do about it? This is what I'm telling you. We need to wait for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Without him, we can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just wait for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So let me leave you with that scripture right here. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 8. Now it says, wait, let me see if I'm done here. Yeah. The last one, 2 Esdras 15:23. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and had consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. So all of them gonna get that fire, especially that nuclear fire. This ain't no hell doctrine, because ain't no such thing as hell. You know what I'm saying? That's a Greek myth, and we don't mix Greek myth with the Bible. Just like how we don't mix flying reindeers and bunnies that lay eggs. It's not real. Same thing, we don't do it with the myth of burning for eternity in hell. Because if you think about it, when you die, or when a house is haunted, what do the people say? Ooh, I felt a cold breeze and the entity was there. That shows you devils are cold. So how can hell be fire? You believe in that Greek bullshit? It's not real. It's not real. Like I said, flying reindeers ain't real too. Have you ever seen a bunny that lays eggs? But they're trying to say that comes from the Bible. No, it doesn't. Have you ever read the Bible? Have they? Anyway, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Oh. Hush it. Right. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Oh yeah, and after that, I got another one that just jumped in my head. So Zephaniah 3 and 8, and also Isaiah 41. I could get 40 also, but I'm thinking of 41. No, I think I'm going to get 40. I could have done 41, but 41 is going to take long. I'll do that another day. So it says here, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8, right? Now it says here, Zephaniah 3 and 8, right? Check this out. Now it says here, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even on my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured, and with the fire of my jealousy. So what are we doing? We're waiting. Because the Most High said, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. And he's going to make all these heathens, starting with Esau, he's going to make them pray. And we're going to be like that young lion in the midst of sheep. You know, in the midst of sheep. And it's going to be a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? Right? In that time. So this is the book of Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Yeah, man. So with that, I'm going to say, all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor to the elder apostles at Great Millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. And shalom to the sincere Hakim across the world. Shalom.